and welcome to the Blindfold Chess Podcast.
This week, we are looking at one of the youngest Grandmasters in history, a European Rapid and Blitz Champion, a World Blitz Champion, and a three-time French champion, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. The prodigy was born in 1990 and got his first chessboard for Christmas at the age of 4, where his dad taught him to play when he was 5 years old. It did not take long for him to start winning youth divisions. In a span of 1997 to 2005, so when he was 7 to 15 years old, MVL won the French under 8, under 10, under 12 divisions, and he got second in the under 14 and under 16 divisions. In 2004, he earned his international master title, becoming one of the youngest to do so. He also finished second at the Paris Championship with a performance rating of 27.03, picking up his first Grandmaster norm. Later in the year, he collected his second norm at the NAO GM tournament with a performance of 26.05, and the next year at the Every GM tournament, he had a performance of 27.12 for his final norm to become a GM at the age of 14 years, 4 months, and 6 days old. He is still currently one of the top 25 fastest players to ever earn the Grandmaster title. In 2006, he was the youngest player invited to the Young Masters tournament in Lausanne, where he won the event. It was also around this time that he broke into the top 100 players of the world at the age of 16 and decided to pursue chess full-time. However, he got a degree in mathematics as a safety net and to, quote, maintain a social circle outside of chess, end quote. Chess players are a unique type of people where getting a math degree is how some people maintain a social circle. The next year, he earned his Baccalaureate S in Math and Science A levels, and just a few weeks later, he was playing in the French Chess Championship, finishing in a tie for first. That tie led to 2 drawn rapid playoff games, followed by 2 blitz games, where Maxime won both and became the official French chess champion. In 2008 and 2009, he finished in second at the French Chess Championship, but he did win the Junior World Championship and became the first French person to win in 21 years, as well as winning the Biel Grandmaster Tournament, going undefeated against players like Vasil Ivanchuk, Fabiano Caruana, and Boris Gelfand. In 2010, MVL would win the European Blitz Championship with 22 out of 26 points, a full 2 points ahead of second place. Maxime started 2011 at the Tata Steel tournament, where he finished in 5th, but he did draw Magnus Carlsen with black. In August of that year, he went undefeated at the French Chess Championship, taking home his second title, finishing half a point ahead of the rest of the group. In a position to repeat in 2012, MVL was in a 4-way tie going into the final round of the tournament, when Grandmaster Christian Bauer lost his 4-month-old baby. The players unanimously decided to cancel the final round and end the tournament in a 4-way tie for first. Later in that same year, Maxime played in the Spice Cup, winning that one, then playing in the European Blitz Championship, winning that one, and to top it off, playing in the Biel Blitz Tournament, winning that one. Overall, it was a pretty successful year for the Grandmaster. 2013, 2014, and 2015, MVL performed a hat trick by winning the Biel Grandmaster Tournament 3 years in a row. In 2015, we saw Maxime win second at the Tata Steel Tournament, half a point behind Magnus Carlsen. He also finished second at the World Blitz Championship, half a point behind Alexander Grishuk. He did win the Paris International Blitz Tournament and the Rapid Tournament, and finished in a 3-way tie for first with Magnus Carlsen and Anish Giri at the 2015 London Classic. The Biel tournament saw an overhaul in 2016, going from a round-robin to match play, where MVL beat Peter Svidler 5.5 to 2.5 in the finals to win his fourth Biel tournament in a row. By winning this match, he increased his rating to 28-19, becoming the 7th highest rated player of all time and reaching number 2 on the FIDE published ratings list. The next year, he won the Sinquefield Cup, featuring players like Viswanathan, Levon Aronian, Hikaru Nakamura, and Magnus Carlsen. MVL defeated Magnus Carlsen in that tournament with the black pieces. The Sinquefield Cup was the second leg of the Grand Chess Tour that Maxime ended up finishing in second place and taking home over $200,000 in prize money. If that wasn't enough, he also wrote and published a book, Joueur des Échecs, which was an autobiographical account detailing his experiences and journey in the chess world. 2018, he won on tiebreaks at the Shenzhen Master Tournament. He also got second at the Gibraltar Tournament, second at the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz Tournament, second at the London Chess Classic, as well as pocketing $160,000 in prizes by finishing second in the 2018 Grand Chess Tour. The following year, he continued his consistent top-tier performances by finishing second at the Côte d'Ivoire Rapid and Blitz Tournament, where he climbed to be the highest-rated Rapid and Blitz player in the world. He finished as the runner-up to Shakhriyar Mamedyarov at the Riga FIDE Grand Prix after losing an Armageddon game in the finals, and finishing in third at the 2019 Chess World Cup. By placing third at that World Cup, he just missed out on qualifying for the 2020 Candidates Tournament. However, when Timur Rajabov withdrew from the tournament due to the COVID pandemic, MVL took his spot. He started off the tournament really strong with a +2 score before it was suspended at the halfway point due to the pandemic. When it resumed over a year later, Maxime could not keep the momentum going and finished in second place behind Jan Nepomniachtchi, just missing out on playing for the World Championship. On the penultimate day of 2021, MVL won the World Blitz Championship, defeating Jean-Christophe Duda on tiebreaks. Then in 2023, Maxime won the Tata Steel Chess India Rapid event by 1.5 points. Currently in 2025, Maxime is rated 18th in the world in classical chess, 3rd on the FIDE Rapid list, and 10th on the Blitz list. He is known across the chess space as being a prolific Sicilian Najdorf player, some going as far as nicknaming him Mr. Najdorf. He does have a YouTube channel called MVL Chess, and a blog, which is where I got a lot of the information from this episode. Outside of chess, he loves tennis and football. He has said that Roger Federer was his athletic idol growing up. He is also a 3rd Dan shogi player, which is Japanese chess, making him one of the strongest non-Japanese shogi players in the world. For this week, we are going back half a decade to the Skilling Open, where we are looking at a game where Maxime Vachier-Lagrave gets to use his Najdorf opening. Le Quang versus Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. Now, if we're ready, let's begin.
1. Pawn to e4. Pawn to c5. 2. Knight f3. Pawn to d6. 3. Pawn to d4. Pawn c captures d4. 4. Knight captures d4. Knight f6. 5. Knight c3. Pawn to a6.
The move pawn to a6 helps to tell us that this is a Najdorf opening. White currently has no immediate threats, so black delays developing their minor pieces until they know where white is putting their pieces, so black will know where to put their pieces. It prevents black from committing too early to squares where their pieces don't belong. So while this is considered a waiting move, it does help discourage white from using the b5 square for the knight that is on d4, the knight that is on c3, or the bishop that is on f1. So by taking away the b5 square, black can now use other squares like the c7 square.
Six, pawn to g3. Pawn to e5.
This is still super deep theory that I won't pretend that I have a full grasp on, but by playing e5, black is committing himself to a backward pawn on d6, but gaining the squares d4 and f4. One of black's goals will be to eventually trying to alleviate himself of that backward pawn by playing a move like d5.
Seven, knight b3. Bishop e7. 8, bishop g5. Bishop e6. 9, pawn to f4. Pawn e captures f4. 10, bishop captures f4. Knight c6. 11, queen d2. Castle kingside. 12, castle queenside. Knight e5. 13, knight d4. Bishop d7. 14, king b1. Rook c8. 15, pawn to h3. Pawn to b5. 16, pawn to a3. Queen b6. 17, pawn to g4.
This is a very traditional opposite side castling, usually seen in the Sicilian, where both sides are launching pawn storms at the opposing king.
Pawn to b4. 18, pawn a captures b4. Queen captures b4. 19, pawn to g5.
If you were black in this position, what would you do here?
Rook captures c3.
Why does this idea work? If white recaptures with the queen on c3, Black will play queen captures on c3, pawn on b2 will capture on c3, and then black can play knight on f6, captures on e4, winning the now undefended pawn and moving the knight out of danger.
Pawn g captures f6. Rook b8.
Black has a bishop that is under attack on e7 and a pawn that is in front of the king that is under attack on g7. So why does black play rook to b8? It is a checkmate threat, first off, of the queen capturing on b2. As an added bonus, white can no longer play queen captures on c3 to take black's rook, as black will be able to play queen captures on c3 without his queen being recaptured, as it is now pinned by the rook on b8. So white's main logical response is to give a piece back to help slow down black's attack. That's kind of a fun thing about the Sicilian. Sure, you may be attacking me, but my attack is faster or more deadly, so you have to deal with my stuff first.
Knight b3. Rook captures b3. Pawn c captures b3. Queen captures e4 check. King a1. Bishop captures f6.
Only after all of the dust has settled does black take care of the pawn that is on the king's side. Now his bishop is no longer under attack.
Bishop g2. Knight f3. Queen e3. Queen c2. White resigns.
Why did white resign in this position? It is really hard to stop all of black's threats. There is the immediate queen captures on b2 checkmate, and if that is blocked by playing rook to b1, black can play rook to b5 with the idea of playing rook to a5 checkmate. White does not have a good way to get the black queen out of the position, so black just wins. Being one of the top chess players for over 20% of a century, being the second highest rated player in the world, consistently winning or placing second at many prestigious events, being the World Blitz Champion, the European Blitz Champion, the highest rated Blitz and Rapid Champion, and a French champion, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave has accomplished what many chess players dream of in his career. So that is all that we have for this week. Tune in next time, where we will continue to work on our blindfold skills and look at another game of the Masters.